Hello, I'm Jeannie. Welcome to Hokchi Gardens and Homestead. We call our place Hokchi Garden because Hokchi is a Choctaw word that means to plant or seed. And that's what we're all about, planting mainly from seed. My husband's Stan.
Hello?
And the whole purpose of this channel is so that everybody can see that anybody can do this. To be a homesteader, you have a plot of land and you work it. That's what homestead means. And in the way the world's going right now, I think it's very important to be as self-sufficient as you can. And we started with one raised bed when we moved here.
Yes.
And every year we have grown from that, and we are still learning every day. And what works one year may not work the next year. I mean, plants are kind of like we are, you know, they're living beings, and from one year to the next they're different, just like we are.
Yep.
And like I said, we started with one raised bed, and then we went to compost.
Yep.
And the compost we started here, right?
Yes, right here where we're sitting right now.
Yep. And we started one, and we realized one wasn't going to do it, so Stan made two. And we made our own. We didn't go buy them. We made them. And we made two up here. One we were working on, one that we were letting compost and go to soil. And as our gardens grew, we outgrew our compost. So now we have it back behind this storage building that is behind you, and it goes all the way across the fence.
It's 32 foot long, 4 foot high, 4 foot wide. So it's quite a size.
Yep.
And it's still showing to be maybe not enough. We like to compost.
We do. We compost everything we can. Everything that comes from our garden goes in there.
Yes.
And we have it in the chicken run, the yard area that they get out in, and they help us compost.
They're the best composters there are.
They are. They are. And we also put stuff out in their chicken run, and they compost in their run. And everything that comes from the garden, we will put there if it's a good thing for them. And if not, then it goes to the compost. But either way, it ends up in the compost.
Yes.
And we have several raised beds now, but we have gone to more of a food forest. Look, we love, I'm sure I'm going to say his name wrong, but James Prigioni from a gardening channel there in New Jersey. He's awesome. Go watch his channel. He's awesome. Yes. And we have learned a lot from him. And also from out in California, Plant Abundance. He too is awesome. And both of those do the food forest style of gardening. And we've actually gotten plants from Plant Abundance. Yes. His tree kale, which I'm really looking forward to next year. Actually, I think his are the tree collards. I got the tree kale, but that was from somebody else. I believe his are the tree collards. And just starting on those. Just got those in, and so next year I plan on having 10-foot tree collards.
Yep, sounds good. But yeah, we've been real excited, enjoying every bit of this. Not only do we have a food forest, we've got fruit trees everywhere.
Yes.
Can't plant enough of them. We've probably got 40 different types of fruit trees in our yard, and producing, loving every bit of it.
And our grandchildren love it. And we have 5 grandchildren, but the 2 youngest, Serenity and Asher, who are here a lot. In fact, they're with us for the summer. And they follow right behind me in the garden. They love working in the garden, especially watering. They'll go right behind me. They'll test out everything, especially Serenity. I mean, she is adventurous. She'll just walk through, test anything, and eat it. And the last thing Asher found out that he liked is the stevia. Go figure. He loves the stevia. It's so sweet. So he'll go over any time now and just pick him a stevia and eat it. And so that's good. We have chickens. I'm sure you can hear those in the background. And we started out with 5 of those. And actually those were from a friend who was moving to Washington State and was getting rid of all of her chickens except for the few that she was taking with her. And these 5, she couldn't find a home, and I said, well, I'll take them. I've been wanting chickens anyway, because at that time I was getting my eggs from her. And so I brought those 5, and here we are 8 years later.
Yeah.
8 years later, we have 10. We have lost a few to the heat, because it is Texas, and our heat came quick. The 100-degree weather, I mean, it came quick and hit hard, and everything kind of suffered from it. We did put a mister in there for our chickens, and that helped a lot. I want to get a solar system set up for fans in there. We have solar lights in there, but that's more for me than them. So that I can go in the evening and check on them, or, you know, in the wintertime when you come out to check on your chickens, it's dark. So I need a light in there. And
that's not it.
they're saying hello. They're saying hello.
Yep.
Yes, so come back, join us again, and look forward to sharing more of our garden and the things that we've learned through trial and error, and everybody can do. You know, we live in a little rural community here, and we actually live in the town part. There's maybe 200 people here in town. We've got about a fourth an acre?
No, just under a half acre.
Just under half an acre. So we do have a good bit of land here, but we don't have a whole lot. But everything that does grow here is edible.
Yes.
In our backyard, our side yard, our front yard, everywhere, everything is edible. If it wasn't edible, we pulled it up, and no matter how much we liked it,
We got rid of it.
and we got rid of it and planted edible. And every year we get a little bit more sustainable. We put up rain barrels. After the compost, we put up rain barrels, so we have a rain catchment system.
Yes.
And that has helped a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we use that in the garden a lot. And of course we have a Berkey inside, so if it came down to it, we could be drinking that rainwater.
Yes.
And we use oil lamps inside. Not always, because we do have electricity, but we try to get in the practice of it, especially in the winter, because that's when you really need it. It gets dark so early. Using our oil lamps, and we love to do that. And the whole purpose is if, you know, if anything ever does happen, I pray to God that it never does, but if it ever does, I want to be able to make it and it not matter. I save my seeds, I grow my garden, we catch our rainwater, I have my oil lamps, I try to stock up everything I can, and we live off our garden. I can dehydrate, freeze, and that's what we live off of. We buy less and less from the store every couple months.
Yes.
We cut down less and less. From last year to this year, we're about half of what we were spending at the grocery store.
Yeah, we're probably 85% right now total dependency, or if you want to use that word, on our own garden and what we grow.
Yes. And hope to get even more and more.
Yes.
I grew things this year that I'd never grown before, and I'm going to do the same thing next year, and that's the whole thing. Every year, do something different. Have your old standards and then add to every year, and
Yes.
try to get as much perennials, that's stuff that's going to come back on its own every year. Try to get as much of that as you can, and 'cause that's less work for you. You're not having to plant and seed and all that. You've already got it coming up year after year, and we have several of those things in our garden.
Yes.
Quite a bit, you know, outside of our fruit trees. Quite a bit of different spinaches. I've got Egyptian spinach, New Zealand spinach, longevity spinach, Malabar spinach, that all comes back on its own. Cabbage, it's seeds.
Our
The thing
kale.
about cabbage is you cut off cabbage at the end, it's going to come back. People don't know that. I didn't know that. I just cut it off, and a few days later when I went to look at it, I had something else coming out, and I got cabbage. My red cabbage didn't do that, but my green cabbage did.
Yes.
I don't know what the difference is, but it makes a difference.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's it for right now. Thank you for joining us. And
hit the subscribe.
yes, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hope to see you again soon.
Talk to you later. Bye.